Hey there, hi there, everybody. Happy weekend. For those of you in the US, I hope you had a happy Thanksgiving holiday as well. I certainly did. There was a lot of mashed potatoes, a lot of turkey, and some good times. I'm here today on a Saturday to bring you our community voted game this month, which is Sea of Stars, a turn-based RPG that got some very good reception on Steam and the internet at large. And just the main menu of this is pretty encouraging to me, as it really showcases the, I think the pixel art that's going to be a major highlight of Sea of Stars, personally, as well as some pretty delightful music. How's it going, Schwarzezeichen? Hey there, Mouse Master. Couldn't attend Thanksgiving because of a flu. That's a sad thing. Better to stay home than to go, though, certainly. Hope everyone stayed safe as well. Definitely a time where illness can spread easily with so many people gathered in the same spot. Chrono Trigger was my immediate suspicion as for a similarity to this game. Mr. DNA describes this as a love letter to Chrono Trigger, which I could totally see. Feels like RPGs in particular, a lot of games are love letters to other games. There's definitely a lot of inspiration and even tradition that gets passed down with games like these. For example, I can think of at least 3 different games that would reasonably qualify as a love letter to Baldur's Gate 2. Bailey says it's also a love letter to Mario and Luigi, Superstar Saga, and the other Mario RPGs. Those I never played myself, but I've seen a lot of nostalgia for on the internet, and so I've watched a little bit of the gameplay for them. Valorant Sky's been enjoying the Super Mario RPG remake too. That's awesome. But where are the love letters to Half-Life 2? I mean, there was that one VR game. 20 years later. Oh, they literally got the music composer as a guest composer for this. That's, well, that already is encouraging, I think, for the music audio in this game. I see that the interface of this game is very much designed for controllers, so I'm going to try to play this with a controller. Oh, I see. I just don't have to focus on the window. There we go. Yeah, we'll be playing this with a controller today. Seems like a good time. I also, something that I spotted, speaking of games that have spoilers, something that I spotted when configuring the options is that without having made any progress in a save file, if you go over to the controls, a lot of the inputs are just labeled question mark. I'm not allowed to know what these buttons are for yet, but I have them bound to keys, so good? What do they do? You're not allowed to know. And then there's an entire section just labeled question marks as well. What does this mean? Who knows? It's all spoilers. So, I've never played this game before. In fact, as of 15 minutes ago, I had never owned this game before. So we are going to be starting out a fresh, new game. That might mean playing through a lengthy tutorial-ish area. It's pretty common for RPGs to have slow-paced openings. I don't know if this game is like that. I know Chrono Trigger certainly had a somewhat painful opening, so I wouldn't blame it if it did. But we'll see. Hopefully we can get to a section of the game that has some more open-endedness or choices to it within our first session here. Philly says it should take less than an hour to leave the quote-unquote tutorial. Excellent. Excellent. Well, why don't we actually just get started on that? let's dive right on into Sea of Stars. This is the only game I intend to play today. I figure we've got maybe 5 hours or so of that to work with, so we should be able to get pretty far into the game as long as I jump on things. Sea of Stars is indeed 10% off during the Steam sale that's going on right now. Not a particularly steep discount, but still something if you're looking to save $1 or $2 and you really want to grab what has been a pretty dang well-reviewed RPG. So welcome to Sea of Stars. So we can choose our main character, Zale or Valerie. This can be changed later, so we can change the protagonist. Oh, we even have like sort of abilities here. A blade dancer born on the summer solstice walks the path of the guardian god Solon. Or a monk born on the winter solstice walks the path of the guardian goddess Luana. That's cool. I am definitely a proponent of Sol, so I'm going to go with Zale here. New Corrupt Heart plushie? That's funny. Sumamir. Shame they missed that, like, the kind of Halloween tie-in for that. That's great. So I think it sounds like both of these characters will still be present in the story regardless, but you sort of get to choose your protagonist, which is cool. I'm all for that. Welcome to the Great Archives, adventurer. I suppose curiosity brought you here. An important trait, to be sure. I am the Archivist, an immortal versed in the ways of alchemy. But perhaps you knew that already. After spending millennia cataloging the many events of countless timelines, I decided to return here to mull over everything I had seen. In my musings about the stories that fill these books and scrolls, I had a recent epiphany. It seems that in my haste I may have overlooked the very thing I was hoping to find. As such, there is one special story I wish to revisit, one deserving of a witness. And should the mists of time allow a slight alteration, I believe the ray of hope that was once offered may yet bloom. The peaks around the chair are pretty good. So walk with me tonight, and we will explore a tale of high adventure, of magic and deceit, of friendship and wonder, but mostly a tale of heroism. One that I believe will offer valuable insight in the search for a resolution to the throes of the Fleshmancer. Now I remain a bit lost amidst all these timelines and all their subtle variations, but I know just the one to make for a perfect starting point. Let us see what we find in there. Ah, yes. Our story begins in a world visited by the Fleshmancer generations prior, causing much turmoil and leaving a mark that has yet to be fully cleansed. Somewhere on Evermist Island, two brave children of the solstice are on their way to meet with an immortal spirit. In order to become fully fledged solstice warriors, they will need to learn how to use magic without using magic. Sounds OP. Get to cast spells, but you don't spend any MP. Sharon is awesome. Thanks for 17 months. Hype for a new game. All right, we made it to the mountain trail. So far, so good. So, the Elder Mist lives somewhere here, huh? Wow, I'm actually... Now that we're in-game, I really am blown away by the quality of the pixel art here. It's an impressive game visually, and we're just looking at pretty much the first screen here. I'm already excited for what's coming up. Do you think it's just another test? Could be, but it sure beats sitting at the academy. And sewing. Ha! Well, I'm sure glad that's over with. Apply yourselves, for the will you weave into it shall be your sole defense in times of greatest need. While the lessons taught here may appear to be lost on you, something deep inside is compelled to learn. Ha ha ha! They both said, simultaneously. Hey, the sun will be setting soon. We should prepare to set up camp. Split up and cover more ground. Find camping. Got it. I'm coming through. So, we have our little tutorial goblin here. Got a one... I guess that's supposed to be a stopwatch? Kind of looks like a hand grenade, too. The one over their head. I assume that's some kind of countdown until they act. A wanderer. Interesting. Brugavas wasn't kidding. These feel easier to fight already. Let's see where this leads. So we have a contextual jump button. I'm allowed to climb or jump, but not freely. Sure. Got a Dark Souls ladder here. All right. It's a sheep with rocks sticking out of it. How's it going, Death Thrall? I've watched a little bit of Astrea, but I have not played it yet. Sea of Stars ended up winning our game vote. This is called a... no idea how to pronounce that. Rochev? I just assume... that looks French, so I just assume I don't even bother pronouncing the final couple letters. French pun on stone sheep. Rock goat. Did that give me MP or cost me MP? Tough one, huh? Let's try this. Solar magic projectile. What is it doing? Barrett Evans, thanks for the Prime sub. Welcome to the Cozy Sub Club. Speed. Hold A for power. Oh, I see. So I have to time the fireball to the biggest amount. I've heard that there's timing mechanics related to some of the skills in this game. I'm not sure how deep that goes. Doesn't seem like we're making it very clear to the player at the beginning here, but I'll play around with it, see what we can learn. Just a dead end. How about you? Nothing of note, but the way to the top is definitely through here. The sun is setting. Come over. I'll get a fire going. I'll be right there. Can't wait for more tomato clubs. Tomato clubs? No, Kexan, I do not know French and did not study French. Partially because a lot of my schooling was actually done in the US. And my elective language of choice was actually Spanish, so I speak a little bit of Spanish, although I haven't used it in quite a long time. But even had I stayed in Canada, I was born in Alberta, and I was definitely not required to learn French over there. Every single skill. Confirms chat. Has a timing mechanic of some kind. The Plebiscite, thanks for the 10 months of support. Okay, so now we have a bit more freedom. I can choose whether to attack or skill. Let's see if I can learn how to time attack. No. There we go. That was a success noise, but I don't know if that was a complete success. Yeah. He's wiggling. He's wiggling. Can time blocks too. Cool. Get left. We've done a couple RPGs on stream, Bionil. Usually they're a bit too long form for my kind of play. And I actually, more modernly, I find the ones that are self-voiced don't give me enough to say or do during the gameplay. So I'm just kind of like sitting here playing the game without really adding to it by live streaming it. It's kind of how I feel about Baldur's Gate 3, for example, actually, is the real star of the show in that game is the native game audio and narration and how the animations support that so well. I don't necessarily feel like live streaming it adds to it. Yeah, the visual style is definitely winning me over here, Deathdraw. This is a delightfully charming game to look at. Doesn't beat the face you made the first time you tried smashing a sunball. Oh, I can still hear the headmaster gloating. As I said, whether by paying attention in class or by recklessly attempting to hit a projectile with your open palm, you will learn the first rule of solar magic. To be fair, you did learn. Oh yeah, that one only took once. You ever miss those years? Before training, just being kids, always daydreaming and getting in trouble? And making mistakes. Sorry, Valerie, I didn't mean... It's okay, I understand why he wouldn't want to join us after what happened. It's just... I wish he had said goodbye, you know? After 10 years of not seeing his face, just to know that he's alright. And that we're still friends. Why did we have to get ahead of ourselves anyway? Oh, Garl. "10 years ago, in the village of Mooncradle." My weapon will be something that hits really hard. And I'll pick a fast one. My child will be unstoppable. Imagine all the wonders we'll find after we leave Evermist Island. I want to see the sleeper. What's that? You've never heard of the sleeper? Stories say it's a giant serpent and it's been sleeping curled up around a mountain since even before they were traveling historians to record it. No way! I want to kill it! Sure is, and it's super dangerous too. But don't worry, it can't wake up. Why not? Apparently there's holes in the mountain and the wind blows through them and that plays a melody that keeps it asleep. Whoa. I want to see that too. It's the bell. Erlina and Brugaves are back. Quick, maybe we can catch them before they go to the academy. Oh. I've been given control. What's in the book? Save files. It's an interesting choice to deliberately replicate this kind of save format, the saving at predetermined locations to a limited number of save slots. This was originally born of hardware limitations, and I think it's completely unnecessary for games to recreate now, but I'm okay with it, because I've played many, many games that use this, so, you know, whatever, ultimately, but I'm kind of baffled by choices like these. Mephisto MD, thanks for 9 months of support. It has indeed been the coziest of times. But yeah, it can definitely be a stylistic choice, and occasionally games will choose to do something particularly interesting with their save format, like Undertale did, for example. And that can be a really, really well done use of the extremely limited format of saving. Something like points. Yeah, points. What do they even mean? Have they ever mattered? Oh yeah, I wanted to tweak one thing here. Just gonna shrink my alerts a little bit. Here we go. Alright. I think I was told to hurry or something, but that ain't happening. Square was just multiplayer before it existed. That's a good way to look at that. What's up, bud? Are you a merchant? Hey there, younglings. Are you still playing in that little cave down below? Yes. Trust me, if I could break your pots for money, I would. These crops are a main source of food. It's hard work, but I'm reminded every day when we all eat together that the effort is well worth it. Love the lighting in this room. I hope you're not getting into trouble again. I'm trying to find ways to get into trouble, but so far haven't succeeded. Hey, wait! Whoa, we got our own, like, anime here. Very cool. There you are! That's quite the facial hair, sir. Playing in your secret hideout again? You were training, I think. I can use magic now. Is that so? Let's see it then. Whoa. Come closer, Zale. Open your palm and concentrate. What about you, Valerie? Have you been training too? Every day, I bet I'm stronger than you now. Ha, I'm sure you are. Come here then. Ha! Yeah! Whoa, easy now. I can't report to the headmaster if you knock me out. That was awesome, Zale! You did it! Solstice Warriors. If you are done with your babysitting duties, I would hear your report. Right away, Headmaster. Can we go too? Believe me, once you enter Zenith Academy, you'll wish you hadn't. Let's go, Brugaves. Hey, the full moon is out. He's right. Want to go to the Forbidden Cavern again? We tried already. I can't open it. It's forbidden. Yeah, but last time we decided maybe the full moon could make the rune more sensitive. I'm sure it'll work. And Moraine will be so impressed that we've made it into the Forbidden Cavern that he'll take you two in for training right away, and then we'll finally be allowed to leave this island. Yes, a perfectly logical sequence of events, Garl. That's exactly what will happen. No way anything else would happen, says Garl. Well, you can worry about that after I open it. I mean, if I open it. All right, let's go. To the Cavern of Forbiddenness. Which is, I have no idea where it is, but I'm gonna look over here. Not here. Easier to ask forgiveness than for permission to break the time stream. That's right. Nice little sound effect, though. We made it! Time to stop for a snack. I agree. We just left a few minutes ago. Look, it's not a real adventure if you don't eat a snack on the road. Plus, I made something special for the occasion. Military rations. They're extra calorie dense. Wow, that's really, really filling. And hard to chew. Glad you like it. It's the jam. I used a bit of sap from the celestial willow. You could get in trouble for that. Only if you tell. Aha! And they all started tripping out of their minds. Alright, how do I do this? Maybe like Erlina showed me? Try opening your palm and concentrating. You got this, Valerie. I knew it! It worked! I did it! I finally did it! So, what now? The headmaster must have heard the bell ring. Do we just wait for him to show up? Might as well enter it. Might as well enter. Yeah, might as well go into the Forbidden Cavern. Then the headmaster will know we're not afraid. Let's go. They're wiggling. Hide. Thought Evermist Island was safe. Guess that's only true for Mooncradle. We should go back. They look dangerous. Good call. And now we're surrounded. Maybe try to use your powers? We're not ready for this. Just cast Fireball, it's easy. Alright, let me focus. Watch out, you're gonna get stabbed in the ass. Come on, come on. Zaya, watch out! My eye! Carl! That stings like a bitch. I can't see. There's no escape. It's about to attack again. With enthusiasm. Poor Garl. So, it was you. As resourceful as you are reckless, I see. Headmaster Garl needs help. It feels better. Like anyone born in Mooncradle, a regular kid, what Garl needs is to not concern himself with the affairs of the Solstice Warriors. I'm really sorry, Headmaster. It was all my idea. Val-Air. Valerie is also an option, I suppose. Be thankful that the only cost of this lesson was an eye, young lad. As for the two of you, if you are so eager to receive training, I shall oblige. Follow me. Alright, the gambit did work. Y'all got the short stick, though. Make sure to treat the wound and soothe the poor kid. He's not the complaining type, but if the pain seems to return, please send for me. Understood, Headmaster. You will not see your friend for a very long time. If you have any parting words, speak them now. Can't he come and stay with us? How long is very long? Like a week? Ah, the eagerness of youth. It takes years to properly grow an eye back. Years? No way! But your friends have much to learn. I would suggest you use that time to reflect upon what happened today. With any luck, it will help you forget any ideas of getting involved with a burden that is not yours to bear. Get it? Ideas? Don't forget me, guys. Never. We'll train really hard. Maybe it won't take so long. Happy, thanks for the 22 months in the Prime sub. Welcome to Zenith Academy. In this ancient place of knowledge, you will learn everything you need to know in order to become true Solstice Warriors. We've been waiting for this for so long. When do we start? Tomorrow, though I believe a proper introduction is in order. Careful now. Eternal Dying, thanks for 5 months. Great game. I think so. Welcome to the classroom in the sky. Wait, we're dead? Whoa, it's beautiful. I'm feeling a weird resonance, like when I opened the Forbidden Cavern. Good on you for noticing that. Getting closer to the stars helps new recruits get acquainted with their innate magic. It shows great promise that you were able to feel it before, and Zale too, from what Erlina told me. Oh, it was just a small burst. They have no idea how much potential they have. It is probably for the best. Now, in the many years you will spend at Zenith Academy, you will learn about the duties incumbent upon Solstice Warriors, like cleaning the halls daily, and sloshing out the latrines, of the magic you are destined to wield and the evils it is meant to cleanse. We'll learn how to fight too, right? No, mostly the latrines. You will spend your days scrubbing and coughing, but most importantly, sewing. Sewing? That sounds boring. Not as boring as the latrines. A mandatory task like them all. All who would join our order begin by weaving their will into an enchanted piece of fabric which forever binds you to the cleaning staff. It is their most prized possession, guaranteeing light in the darkest, dirtiest places, and a measure of protection against the minions of the Fleshmancer. Why do you say it so ominously? But first, you must learn of your duties, train until you cannot feel your limbs, and then scrub some more. Once both your body and your mind are ripe with potential, you will create a magic piece of fabric worthy of even the king's latrine. You will then be sent out beyond the Forbidden Cavern to meet with the Elder Mist, for it alone may officially grant you the title of Solstice Warrior. Sewing. I understand if it is not what you were hoping for, but it is what is required of you for the time being. Years of sewing. And latrines, yes. Now your life begins. You will be spending a lot of time in these halls, so you should make yourselves at home. To your left is the training room. You are to go there first thing in the morning. I expect it to be clean. Just above is the way to my chambers. You will clean these as well. It is off limits, of course, except for when you must clean it every day. And to your right are the dormitories. You betcha, it's all on you. Feel free to look around, then get to work. Good night. Yep. I knew it. Frickin' knew it. Cleaning. Goes nowhere? What? How do we have a ladder to nowhere? Lady, can you inform me of what's going on here? Moraine finally decided that you were ready? Finally, I can take a break. Wooden training weapons. Nothing to do here yet, I suppose. Starts tomorrow. This feels like our kind of proper tutorial. I remember when Erlina and the Brugaves were your age. They wouldn't stop running. I feel old now. Just a bunch of old books. Boring. Yes. Let the day begin. The next morning in the training room. Good morning, fellows. Brugaves! So you'll be our trainer? I wish. Erlina and I are leaving tomorrow, but the headmaster was kind enough to let us make your first day special. Are you ready for training? You bet! That's what I like to hear. I reckon these should be well suited for the two of you. Training sword. And stick. How's it going, Elscoot? Ran a grand finale deck with Silent yesterday. That's amazing. One of my favorite cards to make work. Huh. You got this, Valerie. Don't give up now. Never. Oh, that's what the ladders are for. They are for just pointlessly climbing up and down, of course. It's ladder climbing training. Just keep it up. Another 100 reps up that ladder and you'll be scaling him like a Dark Souls protagonist in no time. I could do this! $99, 100. That's it for today, kids. You did great. Whew. That was a lot of push-ups. Feel free to take a break. Erlina will see you on the terrace whenever you're ready. Terrace. Yeah. Oh, there you are. Ready to learn magic? It should feel as if something was scratching an itch far away from you. You must focus on the sensation and compel it to come closer. I think it's working. Hey, you startled me. I almost had it. Now mine's gone too. It's okay, just breathe slowly. What's this game all about? Sewing, yes. Exactly. Try to release only when you feel its current passing in front of you. Your timing is true. It will manifest. On 3. 1, 2, 4. You didn't say 3. It tickles. Right there. You just did the hardest part. I'm sure your training will go well, but one more thing. No matter what the headmaster teaches you, remember that this is your life, and... Erlina. Since you're done onboarding our new recruits in the ways of magic, I would provide the briefing for your next assignment. As for the two of you, it is about time you tried sewing. Move along now. Oh, we're gonna do it with like a whole ass loom, alright? And making a magic piece of fabric worthy of the very stars sure is a tall order. Yeah, I have no idea what shape to even make. At least the headmaster said we wouldn't get it right the first time. So you're just kind of here to play around. Well, I'm bored. Sewing is lame. Wait, am I being magically repelled? Yes, I'm being magically repelled by the sewing. It's that lame. I literally am incapable of approaching it. I'm glad I tried. Books seem very interesting comparatively. Well, let's save. Sure. Literally anything but sewing, please. Let's get into more trouble. You keep saying that, but the Fleshmancer left our realm for good when the Dweller of Strife was destroyed. Oh no, there's somebody with a more ominous name. So why can't they have a normal life? And you know, the three of us can take the one on Wraith Island. We don't need them. Prudence, Erlina. There is no telling what threats we may face in the future. Zale and Valerie were brought to Mooncradle by the Great Eagle. It is not the place of the headmaster to question such things, and neither is it yours. So, how much is enough? What about Moyara? What about the twins? Brugaves! Do not judge a sacrifice you cannot begin to comprehend. This conversation is over. Always wanted to say that. They will study here while you carry on with your investigation. On the first eclipse after their training is complete, they will join us for the cleansing. Learn as much as you can until then. But let's just go, Brugaves. And so they trained and sewed and cleaned for days and then for months. Faster now. He's wiggling. Focus and then release. And the longer a dweller is left to its devices, the stronger it gets. This makes patrol duty essential. Let one grow for too long, and you have a world eater on your hands. Against such a foe, even a legion of Solstice warriors would be helpless. Since delaying only increases the chances of a world eater, cleansing will always target the strongest dweller known to us. That way, it's the most epic boss fight possible. Headmaster, if dwellers are immune to our magic, how can we fight them? Ah, that is why cleansings are always performed during a total eclipse. In these moments only, the dweller's weaknesses are exposed. How many dwellers are left? 580,627. But one that we know of. The Fleshmancer just may have planted other seeds of evil before leaving our world. Thus, we must always remain vigilant. Headmaster? Yes, Zale? What happened with the Dweller of Strife? And who's Moyara? That will be all for today. A few weeks later, a sound in the night. Zale, wake up! Valerie, what is it? I think I heard a voice coming from the entrance. What time is it? Time to get a watch. All right. How's it going, Frickle Star? Good evening to you. To the entrance, right? Hey, look! Smells good. There's a note. Dear Zale and Valerie, if you're reading this, it probably means I'm dead. I'm writing this as a failsafe, but I hope to see you in person. With one eye, anyway. I made cookies filled with the celestial willow jam you liked. I hope you get high as balls. Aw. Keep reading. I'm doing everything I can to be ready to leave when you graduate. In the meantime, I hope your training is going well. Oops, now the platform is almost up and I can see Moraine is there waiting for me. He looks very angry. I will try to drop the jar without him noticing. I guess I should stop writing this note. But I'm thinking of you every day and I can't wait. P.S. Love, Garl. I hope you like the cookies. Write me soon again. Your friend until the end of time. Wow, he still looks really angry. Garl. Garl's the best. Let's go up on the disc to eat the cookies. Got the cookie jar. Thanks, Garl. These cookies are amazing, he says, his pupils dilating. I can't believe Garl was just there. I miss him so much. He seems well, at least, after what happened in the Forbidden Cavern. Knowing him, I bet he smiled it away the next day. Ha, you're probably right. We can't let something like this happen ever again. At this rate, it feels like we'll never sow something good enough for the Elder Mist. It will happen if we just keep on training. For years and years. And so they trained and sowed for years. And then they trained and they sowed some more. Until one day, they decided to give up. Zale, that's the one! I can feel it. Hold on. Alright, I think I got it too. Let's go see the headmaster. Headmaster, we think we're ready. Why, yes, the tingling of magic in the air has been building up for a few weeks now. Congratulations. Moving forward, there will be no more cleaning. I can deal with that. It will soon be time for you to leave on your journey to meet the Elder Mist. But before we get to that, Zenith Academy has one more challenge for you. Oh, our visitors just arrived. Perfect timing. My, you've both grown pretty strong. You literally haven't aged a day. What the heck? Berlina and Brugaves are here to help you review the basics of combat by kicking your ass. Check in with them, then it will be time for your final test. Sure. Since the game never introduced combat mechanics, let's review. Party members can use their turn in the order of your choice, but they can only act once per round. When all party members are on cooldown, the round resets and they all become available again. Okay. Neato burrito. Okay, so it's acceptable to press the buttons shortly after the attack there. Valerie will probably have her own animation. Is that a different sound? With proper timing, you can increase the damage that you deal and sometimes even score additional points. Let's see it. Okay, pretty close. That was too late. Stay focused and press as the hit connects. Good. Oh, and we're building up combo. Most of your attacks and spells can be made more potent with proper timing. Some also can keep going with more hits until you miss. Remember to think of timed hits as welcome addition when you pull it off rather than something that you're supposed to do perfectly all the time. And I imagine if somebody hasn't already done a playthrough where they just ignore the timing mechanic, I'm sure it's mechanically possible to prevail in the entire game without ever landing one. That's my guess. Whoa. What just happened? We've had a technical difficulty. I'm not sure if the stream is still live. I should have saved at that dang save point. The closed Sea of Stars. And I'm not sure if Streamlabs is still here either. No, it like froze up. Damn it. Okay, if anyone can still hear me, I'll be right back momentarily. I do have to restart Streamlabs OBS here.